A very good morning to all of you and a warm welcome to the inaugural ceremony of another brand new academic session of Anwar Jamal Kidwai Mass Communication Research Center. We have a little more than an hour-long session planned for you today that will take you briefly through the history and tradition of the center, the unique vision of the university, Jamia Millia Islamia at large, and introduce you to some of our talented, young, and very promising alumni who have made time to be here and share their experiences. Beginning our journey in 1982, we at M.C.R.C. are turning 30 this year. 3 decades of commitment to media education that's unique in its blend of theory and practice, technique and aesthetics. While we have come a long way from where we started, but one thing has remained constant, that we still don't tell our students what to think, but how to think. And any which ways, turning 30, no matter you know what to think and how to think, it's quite a momentous event and sometimes a moment of perplexity as well, especially in popular imagination. Perplexity to prove oneself, to constantly stay with whatever you've achieved before. But I take heart in Khalil Gibran's words today, who said, "Perplexity is the beginning of knowledge." As we break newer grounds, I hope the new batch that joins us along with the current batch, of course, will help us take on these new challenges that we have set for ourselves as we turn 30. And on this note, I would like to invite our director, Professor Ubaid Siddiqui, and welcome our officiating Vice Chancellor, Professor Sajid, and everyone else here. And those of you are our alumni who have come to please come on stage and take your seats. I would like to thank Professor Sajid to make time to be here for our inaugural ceremony. And now I would like to invite our director, Professor Ubaid Siddiqui, to formally open the inaugural ceremony and deliver the welcome address.
Good morning, everyone. Sheikh Jamia, Professor S.M. Sajid, distinguished alumni of M.C.R.C. who are sitting on the dais, my very dear colleagues from other departments and M.C.R.C., and dear students. This is a very important day in the academic calendar of M.C.R.C. because every year we gather in this hall, magnificent hall, to say goodbye to the last academic session and welcome the new academic session with the conviction of breaking new grounds and doing something new, innovative and adventurous. This year, because of Ramzan, it was delayed because normally we celebrate this day on the very first day of the session, academic session, but we could not do it because of Ramzan this year. And I have already met you once, and I have already spoken to you about a number of things, which of course I will not repeat today. But there is one thing which I would like to repeat. I have already told you about it. But once again, I would like to repeat it, and that is the fact that Jamia is not like any other university of the country. And similarly, Mass Communication Research Center is not like any other institute of media education. Jamia has a very long and glorious history behind it. And I would like you to explore that history and see why Jamia was established, who were the founding fathers of Jamia, and what were their dreams, why they established this institution. You will find that this is a unique institution in this respect. And similarly, Mass Communication Research Center was founded by a person no less than Anwar Jamal Qidmai, who was a great visionary. And he established this center at a time of history when television was almost non-existent in this country, and people used to fulfill their needs of information, education, news and entertainment from radio and newspapers alone. So at that point of time in history, he established this center and paved the way for the education of electronic media. And then the first generation of teachers, which came from York University, developed a very unique course, which was and which still is the only course of its kind in this country, where everything is taught: film, television, radio, still photography. And all these things are interwoven with each other. They are integrated with each other. Everything is related with each other. But since then, we have come a long way. And now we have 7 different courses. And M.C.R.C has grown in size. When I took over as director some 3 years ago, I had 3 distinct goals in my mind. The first was, I knew, as a practitioner, media practitioner, I knew that the world around me has completely changed. That media industry has changed beyond recognition. So I knew it. And that is why I decided to focus on the infrastructure we have and upgrade the existing infrastructure and create the new one according to the needs of the programs we now offer and according to the needs of the industry where students, most students go. Second aim was to revisit our curriculums. As I said, that the media industry has completely changed. So in that situation, it was necessary for us to revise, restructure, revisit our syllabuses. We did it, and we did it in a very unique and grand style. For example, we have completely restructured the syllabus of MA Mass Communication with the help of those very people who had actually started that course. We revived our ties with York University. We signed a memorandum of understanding with them, and they helped us in the mammoth task of restructuring the MA Mass Communication syllabus, which I hope to implement from the next academic session, because for that we need new equipment to introduce digital cinema. So the world has gone digital. Similarly, we completely revised the syllabus of MA Convergent Journalism with the help of a Fulbright scholar. And then we took a decision to convert 2 of our PG diploma programs into master's degree program from this year. PG diploma in animation and graphics has now become an MA in visual communication and animation, and PG diploma in development communication has now become an MA in development communication. So that was the second aim, which we have achieved up to certain level. And the third goal was to establish ties with reputed international media institutions of media education. And once again, we are very successfully trying to establish our ties with leading universities of UK. I went there only last month. It was a very, very useful trip. And in the coming year, We will not only be able to introduce practice-based PhD with the help of University of Westminster, which will be the only kind of PhD program in the entire country. This I can say without hesitation. So, but besides that we are trying to establish student exchange programs with them. We are trying to establish faculty exchange programs with them, and we are trying to introduce joint degree courses with universities like University of Westminster, Goldsmiths, Nottingham, Loughborough, Dundee University, which is a very important university. So these are some of the universities with which we are trying to establish our contacts. As far as the infrastructure is concerned, I am telling you, and trust me, you are lucky that you are in M.C.R.C. Because we are the proud owners of 2 full HD television studios. And the entire credit goes to Professor S.M. Sajid and our former Vice Chancellor, Mr. Najib Jung, who actually provided funds to upgrade those studios. And in that respect, M.C.R.C. is the one and only education institution of the country which has 2 full HD television studios. This is not a small thing. It is because when you will be trained on in those studios, and when you will go out in the practical world, you will find yourself at ease with the equipment which is used outside. So I urge you to take advantage of this situation. You can see very young faces sitting on the dais. They completed their degrees only a couple of years ago. And today, I am proud that they are here and we are going to felicitate them for their achievements. There is a proverb in Urdu, "Poot ke paँव पालने में नजर आते हैं." So, we have started this tradition for the last few years. We have been felicitating our alumni who achieve something in their field. And I am very glad that this year the number has grown up. And people who are sitting on the dais are representing almost all the courses. And we had some difficulty in choosing because we could not choose a very high number of people for felicitation. So we had to limit that number. Of course, those who are left behind, they will be felicitated next year or the year after next. So if you will take advantage of the facilities which are provided to you here, if you will concentrate on your lectures, if you will attend the classes regularly, if you will try to learn what we try to teach you, I promise a very, very bright and glorious future for you. With these words, I want to thank Professor S.M. Sajid, who agreed to come here and preside over this function. I also want to thank Sushmit Ghosh, Rintu Thomas, Neha Masih, Safdar Ali, yes, Safdar Ali, sorry. So, all of them have done something very significant, and when you will, when Suhail Akbar, my colleague, will recite the citation, you will know why we are felicitating them, what is the reason behind it. So with these very few words, I thank you all for coming and joining us in this function today, and at the same time, I wish a very good luck to all the students who are sitting here. Now I request my colleague Suhail Akbar to come here before that I would like to request Professor S.M. Sajid to say a few words.
Professor Ubaid Siddiqui, very distinguished alumni of Mass Communication Research Center, and dear colleagues and students. I must say that I'm privileged to be sharing the dais with all of you for the reason that you, in a very, very short career of yours, have been able to achieve what takes for many people the entire careers to achieve. I'm also, Soumya reminded me of 1982 as the beginning of this great institution, and it's just a coincidence. I realized, and I'm a bit nostalgic about it, that 1982 was also the year in which I came to Jamia to start my career. And it's also a coincidence that I came in ad hoc, temporary capacity, then became permanent. And then after completing 30 years, I'm again standing in that capacity of officiating and a temporary vice chancellor. I don't mind that, actually. I don't mind that at all because I'm very happy to be here. I personally owe a great deal to this institution because I realize that what I am today is largely due to the institution I chose to first complete my master's and then subsequently to join. I'll take few of your minutes because I think the facts which I'm going to share with you are hardly known to people about Jamia. You see, it has always been, Ubaid said that Jamia is a very different kind of a university. I echo the sentiments because I know how different it is. So it was not a decision of any particular government for whatever reason, political or otherwise, to decide कि हमें यहाँ पे university खोलनी है, and then come out with a bill and get it enacted in the parliament. No, that stage came much later. It was, I think, the passion of certain nationalists as a cause and as a mission who decided that we are going to boycott British-sponsored education. And they also decided to boycott the Aligarh movement. And as a result, as a breakaway group from Aligarh, decided to establish an institution in a particular tent. No infrastructure, no resources, no land of its own. They just had certain ideals to pursue. And mind it, they continued to pursue these ideals successfully without any patronage, except that of the very well-wishers and the meaningful persons. And they continued not only to survive, but prosper for 42 years, from 20 to 1962, on their own resources. When for the first time in 1962, they received the government grants after becoming a deemed to be university. By then, they have already achieved a lot. And the education also was a very responsive to what the society needed. So 1938 was the year when the Wardha Convention took place, where Mahatma Gandhi and Dr. Zakir Hussain were very active participants. And then they came out with the Nai Taaleem, the basic education, which transformed the education sector at the primary school level. So the question arose that where the future teachers under that model are going to be trained. And Dr. Zakir Hussain took upon himself the responsibility and volunteered to do so. And that is how our Teachers Training College was established way back in 1938. That was the beginning. Then came the year after independence, 1951, and you all would be knowing that the first huge community development program, the biggest world over, was launched in the country. So obviously there was a great need of professionally trained people, both at the senior and intermediary levels, to realize the objectives of the community development program. And it was at that time in 1956 that the Institute of Rural and Social Services were established. And at that time, the institute used to offer two diploma programs. One was Diploma in Rural Services, and the other was Diploma in Rural and Civil Engineering. So that was the genesis of the engineering and social work education, because subsequently these two institutions branched out from Institute of Rural and Social Services into Jamia School of Social Work, starting BSW, and the University Polytechnic, which used to offer earlier civil engineering diploma, and then of course they branched out in others. So was the case, I think, the Mass Communication Research Center. Ubaid has already mentioned about that, so I would not like to repeat. So this is somehow the university has been ahead of its times, and then has been anticipatory in character in terms of mainstreaming the academic disciplines which have been non-existent. And the most recent examples have been, I think, the creation of few of the centers. Center for Peace and Conflict Resolution, for example, which I had a personal interest and privilege to contribute to. The Center for Dalit and Minority Studies, Center for Jawaharlal Nehru Studies, Center for Comparative Religion and Civilization. I think all these are the disciplines, academic disciplines, which have been long overdue in a society like ours, but somehow the academia failed to pay any attention to these. So Jamia again has the distinction of being a pioneer of mainstreaming certain social issues into academic disciplines. I am very sure that this process will continue, and the further expansion of the university will also be to respond to these very calls of the nation. Like very recently, the university has been again the first with Delhi University to offer a joint degree program with Delhi University on mathematics education. The M.C.R.C has been an active partner representing Jamia in that program. The next on the anvil is the Masters in Public Health. Again, I think one of the major areas which has not been adequately addressed by the academia. In the country, there are hardly 2-3 universities where public health is being taught as an academic discipline and people are being trained. And on the contrary, we find that public health is a major issue in a country like ours. National Rural Health Mission, the challenges, of course, the corruption is the different side of it. But yeah, so we need to really professionally train thousands of public health workers at different levels. And I think institutions like Jamia, which had a tradition of community service, which has the capacities to imbibe the professional knowledge with passion and the very, very sophisticated technical facilities like that housed at the Mass Communication Research Center, is the competent institution to really initiate those efforts. About the media, I think I just would like to share few stray thoughts which I think need to be addressed. And since all of you are aspiring to be the future journalists of different kinds, it's important that we address or I flag those particular issues for you to ponder upon. In my personal opinion, as an audience, as a viewer, as a student of social sciences, which deals with many social problems the country is faced with, media no doubt has a tremendous role to play. And I think the excess of electronic and then social media has really enhanced the capacities of this profession to influence the processes of social change and the social transformation. But I sometimes feel that maybe there are more platforms created. There are more public spaces available. But has not the public spaces, in another sense, have really shrunk? in spite of many platforms being available to us. Is it not just, say, the diversity and the respect to the diverse opinions has really been reduced? Is there enough space available for the marginalized? Is there voice of advocacy available particularly through the electronic media? Is media only restricted to infotainment or maybe entertainment? What kind of a class segment they are actually addressing? What kind of issues? And which India, whose India? I think these are the questions which we need to very seriously think, because when I go back in the evening, try to watch news, of course, very, very fine distinction between news and views. So I end up being subjected to the views of a particular channel, where there is a competition to hoodwink the panelist, where there is a competition to monopolize that particular time and space, not by the panelist, but the anchor himself or herself. So what kind of a direction we are taking the media to? Of course, there are very, very pleasant exceptions. And I think some of them are here, who are really doing creative work and will continue to do so and will continue to be the pallbearers of, I think, the kind of role models for the younger students to follow. But I think we need to address these particular critical issues, like the accountability. The media can help a lot in that. But I think the dual talk, as we are here assembled in this auditorium, I think the Parliament must be debating a bill to exclude the political parties from the purview of right to information. And I think these are some of the very, very few occasions on which you find that kind of a unanimity among the political parties, either on these occasions or on occasions where their perks and the salaries of the parliamentarians are decided. Is this the kind of accountability? Is this the kind of a democracy Nehru and Gandhi visualized? And is media going to really accept or going to give direction, being the fourth pillar of the democracy? So I want to leave you with these thoughts, and I'm really thankful to Mass Communication Research Center for providing me this wonderful opportunity. And I thank you all, the distinguished alumni on the dais, who have taken their very valuable time and decided to come here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Sajid, for taking us down the memory lane and reminding us of such a rich and very socially and politically vibrant heritage. And I think he also flagged some very, very pertinent issues, and it might be, interesting to note here that in that sense, M.C.R.C. has constantly been trying to address the issue of the alternative voice, which is not always submerged in the din of the mainstream media. And I think that's why some of the formats like documentary film, multimedia, and now new media, even photography, and in our own little ways, we have been trying to raise those voices and bring those issues from the margins to the mainstream, to the public. And I think, sir, if you stay with us for the second session post-lunch for some of the screenings, you will get a flavor of that. All right. And in that sense, M.C.R.C., we believed at M.C.R.C. that asking is really the beginning of receiving. So, and it's a good idea to, in all affairs, it's a healthy thing now and then to hang a question mark on the things that you have long taken for granted. And today we have amongst us some of our very promising and young alumni, as I've mentioned before, who've been asking these questions and raising pertinent issues through their work in different forms and formats of media. I would now request my colleague Sohail Akbar, who is Associate Professor at the Center, to please come up and introduce our alumni and share their stories as we felicitate them at this forum today.
It gives me great pleasure to read out the citations of some of our distinguished alumni who are here, some of my former students who are here. Rintu Thomas and Sushmit Ghosh. Rintu Thomas and Sushmit Ghosh completed their Masters in Mass Communication from A.J.K. M.C.R.C. in 2008. Their graduation documentary, Flying Inside My Body, co-directed with two other students about a gay HIV-positive artist, dealt with questions of identity. The film that used an evocative and experimental approach was used by various advocacy groups in India and abroad to sensitize people on issues related to AIDS and homosexuality. The film won the Silver Award, Best Documentary, at the Indian Documentary Producers Award 2009-2010 and was screened at several film festivals all over the world. After leaving Jamia, both Sushmit and Rintu have worked as documentary filmmakers. Their films consistently address issues of human rights, health and child welfare, and the environment. Their films have won them more than a dozen awards in India and abroad, and they have been screened in festivals and channels across the globe. In 2012, at the 60th National Film Awards, Sushmit Ghosh and Rintu Thomas won the National Award for the Best Environment Film for their film Timbuktu. I think that this is a very big achievement for our institution to have. The film tells the story of how one of the worst drought-affected areas in India turned itself around with the initiative of traditional wisdom of its own people to become a fertile farmland. With this citation, we at AJKMCRC salute the achievements of Rintu Thomas and Sushmit Ghosh and acknowledge their contribution to the field of documentary filmmaking. I request Sajid Saab. So you may stay here because next. Neha Masi. Neha Masi was a student of MA Convergent Journalism at AJKMCRC from 2008 to 2010. She was a very promising student with a keen interest in photography. In 2010, she went to Sciences Po, Paris as a part of AJKMCRC's student exchange program. After passing out from the center, Neha has worked as a photo editor at the Sunday Guardian. She has displayed her work at the PIX Quarterly Group Exhibition at the Japan Foundation, New Delhi. City has a project of Sarai Media Lab 2010 and Amaho Street Photography Exhibition in Singapore 2011. Currently, she is working as a researcher and reporter at NDTV on a weekly investigative on-the-ground reportage show, Truth vs. Hype. Neha was the winner of Toto Fund's The Arts Photography Award 2013 for her work Heart of Darkness, shot in the aftermath of the riots in Assam. She received the India Habitat Center Fellowship for Photography in 2012. With this citation, AJKMCRC acknowledges Neha Masi's contribution to photography and television reporting. Safdar Ali. Safdar Ali completed his PG Diploma in Development Communication from AJKMCRC in 2008. He is a development communicator having more than 5 years of experience on health communication, behavior change, public health policy and management. He maintains a high degree of technical experience in providing strategic communication support to the projects like reproductive health and family planning and disaster management, Dalit rights and women empowerment. His professional competencies are in the mass media campaign, project management, proposal writing, NGO partnership, and government line departments. Safdar Ali has authored many abstracts for international and national health communication conferences. He has been awarded by Johns Hopkins University for Urban Health Initiative Project in 2012. In 2011, he was also awarded for the Innovation in Communication Strategic Support by Family Health International. With this citation, AJKMCRC acknowledges Safdar Ali's contribution to social work as a development strategist. Safdar Ali. Kabir Verma. Kabir Verma completed his PG Diploma in Graphics and Animation from AJKMCRC in 2008. He was immediately hired at the Hyderabad branch of the Hollywood studio Rhythm and Hues, where he joined the Match and Move department. He worked on various special effects laden films like Night at the Museum 2, Alvin and the Chipmunks, Yogi Bear and the Wolfman. Kabir has continued to work at Rhythm and Hues since 2009. His most notable achievement recently was being a part of the team that won the Oscar for special effects on Life of Pi. As a technical director, he supervised the special effects on the sets in Pondicherry and then leading the team completing the shots. With this citation, we salute the achievement of our former student Kabir Verma and acknowledge his contribution to the field of visual effects and animation. I think Kabir Verma is not present here, but if one of his parents, his father is here. So, thank you, sir, for taking the time out and coming.
I think that was quite an emotionally charged moment for all of us. Thank you, Sohail, for sharing those citations, and thank you, Professor Sajid, once again. And you know, it's with every citation ceremony, when felicitation ceremony, when the citations are being read out, it's hard to ignore the list of awards that's being added to our alumni. And you know, national award seems to be becoming a habit, but this time we had someone who was on the team for Oscar, so that's obviously a special moment. Before I continue, we continue with this session, just a small announcement that we will in a bit conclude with this, and then we will take a lunch break where all of us will disperse, and then at 2 o'clock we'll reassemble in the auditorium for the screenings of films and various other productions by our own ex-students. So be here on time at 2 o'clock. There's another little bit that I wanted to mention to the new batch, that all of you are enrolled in different programs at the campus, but please feel free, no matter whether a particular teaching faculty is a part of your program, teaching you or not, but all of us here are extremely accessible, open to any kind of queries from you or any inputs that you might need from us. So just feel free to come up, tap on the shoulder and strike a conversation kind of thing. You don't have to be daunted by the fact whether someone is part of your program or not. And also the profiles of the teaching faculty members are there on the website in case some of you are interested in looking up the research areas or the work of interest that the faculty is involved in. All right, with this, we come towards to the close of this session, and while I think this is a constant refrain that M.C.R.C. may not be churning out, techno wizards and gizmo geeks, who might, give you gyan on the Einstein's theory of relativity and stuff, but we do turn our students into someone who can live by another of Einstein's popular hypothesis, which is, if logic takes you from A to B, imagination can take you everywhere. And as you grow your wings and take on those flights of imagination at M.C.R.C. during your stay, we wish you all the best, and we welcome you to the M.C.R.C. family. And with this, I would also like to, in fact, invite our alumni to share some of their experiences at the center. And in fact, if between Rintu and Sushmit, you would like to very briefly share some of your experience at the center. Very briefly is the key word, because we are about to close. In fact, would you?
Hi. Very briefly. Okay. It felt surreal and strange having Sohail sir over here, say distinguished alumni, because हमने इनको इतना परेशान किया था 2006 और 2008 के बीच में that you know, and he troubled us as well. So that's the first thing that came to my head, and I think much has been talked about the hallowed portals of M.C.R.C, and they are. You're entering an institution that is very strong and rich in history, and with that, I think you need to also understand that there is a certain responsibility that comes being filmmakers, journalists, or whatever it is that you want to become. I hope most of you who are sitting over here are really confused about what you want to do with your life, and that you don't have any clear-cut directions, because that's the whole point of an institute like this. Because if you're confused, then you let your mind be open about what it is that you want to do and experience in an institution like Jamia, like Mass Communication Research Center, which completely throws open your world to all kinds of media. And now you have something called new media, which wasn't there when we were studying. I think very briefly what I want to do is just round up with the mistakes that we made when we were a part of Jamia, M.C.R.C. I think first up, please embrace the institute for what it means, for the value that it has. I think a lot of us end up cribbing about institute में equipment नहीं मिल रहा, या मेरा requisition form sign नहीं हुआ है, या मेरा shooting cancel हो गया है. Please find new and creative ways to challenge these situations, because trust me, when you leave the institute and go into the industry, these problems will come multiplied many folds. And if you found your solutions of dealing with them over here, then you'll definitely find solutions dealing with them out there. Please embrace your teachers. Please embrace the staff over here. Ghazi Bhai in himself is an institution on photography, and he's always smiling. So when we were studying, and we were always harassed because we never knew how to manage film and develop film, Iqbal Bhai and Ghazi Bhai were the guys you would always run to. And they were our saviors. So there are a lot of things that happened that Sir doesn't know, that he saved us and banked us out on. So embrace the institution. Number two would be, please forge strong, very quickly. Please forge strong friendships. That's the thing, that's key to actually surviving these 2 years or this 1 year that you're going to be here, right? Strong bonds of friendship with each other. And that is key to what is going to happen to you once you're out there. Some of our closest friends are friends from the institute. In fact, Rintu and I worked on our degree film together and eventually ended up starting our own company. And that's been the journey of the past 5 years. And finally, just to say that please be true to who you are. Please be genuine to the core values and the principles that you hold true to yourself. Please don't try and copy. Please don't try. It's great to be inspired by, but it's very strong. It's very important to hold on to your identity, because that will show in your work. Because if you're trying to replicate something, it just comes off feeling a certain way, but you don't feel strongly about it. So please be true and genuine to who it is, and that will reflect in your work. And finally, in 2014 or 2015, whenever it is that you're going to graduate, I hope you leave with heads held high, knowing that you gave your 2 best years of your career, so that this becomes the platform for you to jump into your careers, into careers that will really hold you in great stead, and that you will always be flying the banner of M.C.R.C. proudly, as alumni, and hopefully coming back over here and addressing a new batch of students, and hopefully egging them on and inspiring them to do new things and things that create value once you step out of this institution. With that, having said that, thank you so much, and the very best to all of you.
Well, that's a speak experience, yeah. All right. Neha, would you like to share something? You ditto everything. All right, she dittos everything. Safdar, would you like to?
Hi, good afternoon. We are running short of time, so I'll say one share only. शौक परवाज का रखते हो तो शाहीन बनो, शौक परवाज का रखते हो तो शाहीन बनो, यूं तो कौवे भी फिजाओं में उड़ा करते हैं. So I think AJKMCRC, Jamia Millia Islamia has taught me how to fly like Shaheen. And inshallah, those students who have got admission and got opportunity to got admission in M.C.R.C, they will also fly like Shaheen. With this word only, I'll say that you all are very lucky that you got opportunity to get admission in this esteemed institution, and a lot of resources are there which you cannot get anywhere in any institution. So try to use all that resources, because at the student time you don't think that how to use that, but whatever you use that, equipments, resources, after the course you will think that how much I got from AJKMCRC, because no any students can compete from you if you get the resources and you get the good direction from this institution. Because this institution is really, we all used to say in my course that नाम ही काफ़ी है. So नाम ही काफ़ी है, लेकिन उसके साथ आपको उस तरह का इस सेंटर में काम भी करना पड़ेगा. शुक्रिया.
Kabir Verma from animation, he's not here, he's in Taiwan. He sent a recorded message which we would be playing in the second session post-lunch with the rest of the screenings because of the logistics involved for the screening. Until unless, sir, his father is here if he would like to. He himself is a known painter. So with this, we come to a formal close of this session, and I would like to call upon Professor F.B. Khan to offer the vote of thanks.
Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor S.M. Sajid, Director Professor Ubaid Siddiqui, the distinguished alumni, my colleagues, friends, and my dear students. It is indeed with great pride and pleasure that I propose this vote of thanks on behalf of A.J.K Mass Communication Research Center and on my own behalf to all the people who have made this morning by their gracious presence and hard work a warm and significant day. First and foremost, I am highly grateful to the Vice Chancellor, Professor S.M. Sajid, for making time to be with us here today. He always has a positive and a long-standing relationship with Mass Communication Research Center and kept the interest of AJKMCRC close to his heart. With him around, I'm sure we will go from strength to strength. Thank you, Mr. Vice Chancellor, for gracing us with your presence. Hope you will continue to mentor, guide, and support us. My heartfelt congratulations and thanks to Professor Ubaid Siddiqui, our director, with his very endearing efforts. AJKMCRC continues on course towards greater heights and glories. Past year has seen many accomplishments with many tie-ups and restructured courses inked under his guidance. Ubaid Sahab, I thank you for being there for all of us, always, and for your great attention to detail and great contribution. With numerous centers of mass communication research center in the country, there remains just one AJKMCRC. This has happened through consistency and a tradition that started by Anwar Jamal Kidwai and Jim and Margaret Beveridge and carried forward by the present faculty, where the faculty continues to innovate its teaching, learning, pedagogy, where no shortcuts are taken, where students come through the most rigorous and impartial entrance process. I thank all my colleagues, the faculty members of AJKMCRC, whose tireless striving for perfection, their single-minded devotion to the discipline, and their ability to stand together as one even in the most trying time has held MCRC together all these years, steadily putting us on the global map. Thank you for being here today in our midst. This is indeed really a special day today for a teacher who has seen their student make their mark and be recognized is a very proud moment. And for someone who has been around in this institution that has seen its go through teething troubles, its trial and tribulations, I feel doubly proud of our ex-student and shining stars of today. I would like to acknowledge the dedication of the administrative and its support staff who work with quite efficiency and make things happen at AJKMCRC, ably led by Mr. Muhammad Ahmed and his team, the engineering staff led by Professor Qasim, the studio staff led by Mr. Muhammad Alam, the account staff led by Mr. Khalid Jamshad, the academic and administrative staff led by Mr. Abad Ahmed, and Team Radio Jamia led by Dr. J.R. Syed. Thank you for making all that is impossible magically happen at AJKMCRC. My dear old and new friends, and the friend of AJKMCRC, a big thank for making the time and being part of this historic moment that AJKMCRC is witnessing today. Your presence here has made this occasion a really special one. Have a great day.